This week on Access Virginia Beach, City Council has their hands full balancing the budget, and they're looking for your input. And see how the fire department is keeping our youngsters safe with this program. Plus, spring means lots of bugs. Find out how to prevent Lyme disease. We'll have that and more on this edition of Access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for joining us. In light of the slow economy and loss of revenue, the city of Virginia Beach has been challenged to balance a budget that has a deficit of more than $100 million. To balance that shortfall, the city manager recently proposed a spending plan that calls for an increase in real estate, personal property, and cigarette taxes, among other things. Virginia Beach City Council members are looking for your input on the budget. Two public hearings are scheduled. The first one is 6 p.m. on Thursday, April the 22nd at Tallwood High School, and the second is on Tuesday, April 27th in City Council chambers. Citizens are encouraged to attend the meetings and offer their ideas and suggestions. The budget is scheduled to be adopted on May 11th. Log on to vbgov.com for more information. One of the biggest weekends in the resort city is on the way as Vans and Monster Energy present the Coastal Edge East Coast Surfing Championship. The mayor and special guests of the surf community gathered last week to announce the name change and get the word out on new events for this year's granddaddy of all surfing contests. The Coastal Edge ECSC is the nation's oldest surf contest and the second oldest continually run competition in the world. More than 100 professional surfers from around the world are expected to compete during the August 25th through 29th event. National sponsors have stepped in to support the event with plans to honor past ECSC champions.
We want to keep the heritage of the surf part of the event, so we've got special pavilions that are being built to cherish the past champions of ECSC and to really glorify the history of the oldest surf contest in North America.
Hundreds of recreational surfers will join in the competition, competing for top amateur circuit rankings. Many will also participate in other beach-oriented sporting events. The Virginia Beach JCs have sponsored the event since 1962, when the competition was known as the Virginia Beach Surfing Carnival. Scheduled events, bands, and times are updated as available at surfecsc.com. Most parents don't realize the importance of installing their child's car seat properly. As a result, many of them are used incorrectly, which is exactly why the Virginia Beach Fire Department wants to make sure it's done right. Using a child car seat is not only the law, it's the best protection you can give a baby when traveling by car.
We see so much tragedy every single day. By having a child properly seated and fitted in a properly installed seat can avert some tragedy by keeping them safe should the vehicle become involved in an accident.
Okay, so she's 4. She'll be forward facing in your car.
To prevent that needless tragedy, parents are encouraged to visit the fire department and learn the proper techniques for installing car seats.
It's important for them to learn how to do it in case they need to change the seat, put it in a grandmother's car, babysitter's car, a rental car. They can't come to the fire station every single time, so we'll assist them by educating them and having them install the seat, and we'll help them out. 4
fire stations located around the city are participating in the program. Parents can stop at any one of the 4 stations listed on the screen.
There, if you forget about any of this, you'll have your manual, and you'll also have a cheat sheet on the sides.
Parents will not only walk away with the knowledge of how to properly install the seats, but more importantly, with confidence.
And it gave me a lot of peace of mind, too, to know that after I've done it right. I've got it tight enough, and I've got her in there correctly, and that she's going to be riding in the seat correctly and safely.
And a reminder for parents, all children under the age of 8 must be properly restrained in a child safety seat or booster seat. For more information on the program, log on to vbgov.com/fire. Warmer weather means summer is right around the corner, but unfortunately with sunny days comes pesky critters, including ticks. The Virginia Beach Health Department wants to make sure you are aware of the dangers of tick-borne diseases. A walk through the woods could result in some unwanted visitors, ticks. And with ticks comes the danger of contracting Lyme disease.
Lyme disease is a serious bacterial infection that people contract from the bite of a deer tick.
Lyme disease is a rising health concern in our area and can result in serious medical conditions.
It has turned my life upside down, my family's life upside down. I had, for 3 years straight, my heart rate was twice what it should be. I had fluid around my heart.
It is a serious disease. Many people find that they continue to suffer from chronic fatigue, pain, memory problems, and other symptoms even after treatment. It can also affect the heart and the nervous system.
There's currently no vaccine for the disease, so what's the best way to prevent it?
Best way is to avoid tick bites in the first place. People who go outside should wear light-colored clothing, if possible long sleeves and long pants. You can tuck your pants into your socks. You can tuck your shirt into your pants if you can tolerate it in the heat. And as soon as you get back inside, it's important to do what we call a tick check.
Tick season runs from May through October. For more information about Lyme disease, log on to napcaplyme.org. While May is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, the month of April is dedicated to National Autism Awareness. Autism is a neurological disorder that impacts social interaction and communication skills. For Beach families dealing with this disorder, the school division has a special education advisory committee that focuses on the needs of those students. Here's John Mizell with the story.
About 11% of the student population in Beach schools are enrolled in the special education program. But just because these students are in the minority doesn't mean their educational needs aren't being met. In fact, the school division created the Special Education Advisory Committee to keep the best interests of students in mind.
The committee's role and responsibility would be to advise the school board of the unmet needs of students with disabilities, participate in planning, review all policies, procedures, special education before they would go to the school board so that we could provide some guidance, support.
In short, the committee offers informed recommendations to the school board about special education practices.
Many of the folks on the committee have children, as I do myself, that have received services in special education through the school system, so they really know what they're talking about. They do their homework. They are very well educated on special education services that we provide, that we need to provide, as well as what the state mandates and all the laws and rules. And so they really make recommendations to us, and we rely on that, not only from their expertise and their knowledge, but from their personal experience.
And it's not just the school division that benefits from the committee. Involved parents often get an education as well.
Our meetings are open to the public, so on top of a public comment period, parents also have the ability of coming to a committee, so they may receive an education, in many cases, an education on the way the processes happen within the system.
CX-sponsored events also offer outreach opportunities where parents can connect with others in similar situations. They can even attend an annual event that brings together professionals in the field.
And we hold a resource fair once a year where we have over 100 vendors throughout the city that set tables up. That's in the evening to accommodate parents who are working. And it's a great opportunity to learn about all the services and community resources, services that are available for children.
So when it comes to supporting the education of a child with exceptional needs, parents need not feel like they're on their own. Reporting for VBTV, I'm John Mizell.
The Special Education Advisory Committee hosts public meetings on the second Monday of every month. Times and meeting dates may vary, so log on to vbschools.com to find out more. Coming up next on VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, more than 18,000 volunteers donate their time to the city. We'll introduce you to one of them. Plus, May 8th is National Pet Preparedness Day. Is your four-legged friend ready? That and more coming up next.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. The Virginia Beach Farmers Market invites you to attend Community Recycle Day on Saturday, April 24th from 11 to 3 in the afternoon. Learn how to reduce, reuse, and recycle at this free event. Also, drop off any unwanted items to help area charities. Are you having a conflict with a co-parent? If so, attend the Cooperative Co-Parenting class on April 27th from 5 to 9 in the evening at the Mediation Center of Hampton Roads. Learn how to build an effective co-parenting relationship and avoid common behaviors that increase pain. Call 624-6666 for more information. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of April events, visit the Parent Connection page of vbschools.com.
Step behind the doors and gates of Virginia's most beautiful homes and gardens during Historic Garden Week in Virginia. Discover creative ideas in interior and garden design in more than 30 tours statewide. Sponsored by the Garden Club of Virginia. Historic Garden Week, April 17th through 25th. Visit vagardenweek.org for more information.
Welcome back to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. Last year, 63% of paper in the United States was recycled. That's great news for the environment and even better news for Virginia Beach.
And I'm pleased to announce that Virginia Beach is the recipient of the 2010 AF&PA Community Recycling Award.
The American Forest and Paper Association recognized Virginia Beach for its outstanding recycling program and presented the mayor with a plaque at a recent city council meeting. The association was impressed with the depth of the city's recycling program as well as the community and education outreach programs. Last year, Virginia Beach recycled more than 24,000 tons of paper. They give knowing that they'll get little more than self-satisfaction in return. But this army of unsung heroes saved the citizens of Virginia Beach more than most will ever realize.
We had 18,000 last year who provided $18 million worth of services.
They beautify the city.
This is a row of purple turnips, and I'm thinning them.
They provide emergency response services. And they even educate citizens and visitors in the city of Virginia Beach.
This is a little hermit crab. Okay. He lives inside the shell.
They are volunteers.
In 1978, it was our city was just a fledgling and anew, and everybody was coming in for services, and they wanted everything, and they didn't have to do anything, and so we figured that, you know, there's no way that city can be all things to all people. So maybe people ought to start helping and partnering with the city to provide services that they need and want.
So the city approved a volunteer council that's been contributing to city services ever since.
Of course, our pride and joy is EMS and the Aquarium, libraries, parks and recreation.
And today, the city's volunteer program provides enough manpower to fill more than 600 city staff positions.
If you equate that to how much that would be in terms of additional taxes, you can figure out that you're talking, you know, probably 5 or 6 cents on the real estate tax that's avoided because we have volunteers doing these various jobs.
For some, volunteering offers a path of growth.
It's just worth it because it's new experiences, new people every day. You get to learn different life lessons, public speaking, anything like that that'll help you in the future.
And for others, it's a way to give back after a lifetime of learning.
I feel good when I walk away. I really feel like I've done something to help these people.
But whatever the reason is, Virginia Beach is setting the trend.
We have over 30 different departments using volunteers. I think that's astronomical. I do not know of any other city in this area or in the country that does what we do.
They're extremely valuable, and it's part of what makes Virginia Beach a unique place to live and a lot different than other communities in Hampton Roads.
Volunteers work side by side with city employees in more than 30 city departments. Opportunities like these offer citizens a chance to participate in city government, share or gain experience, and add to the services available to citizens while helping to reduce taxes overall. Log on to vbgov.com for more information on how you can volunteer in Virginia Beach. Take a look now at how one volunteer spends her days.
Hi, my name is Barbara Van Hees. I'm a volunteer for the City of Virginia Beach. I volunteer here at the Virginia Aquarium Marine Science Center. That's a horseshoe crab. And even though they call him a crab, he's really from the spider scorpion family. I'm a docent here and I work with the public. As the public comes up to the displays, we explain what it is that they're looking at. And there's the mouth here in the middle. When we moved down and I was retired, I felt that I wanted to volunteer. The City of Virginia Beach has a lot of opportunities, but when I came into the aquarium and could see the interaction between the volunteers and the public, I just said to myself, this is where I would like to be. Volunteerism kind of runs in our family. My husband volunteers. He volunteers for VBTV. But also here, the grandchildren are with me.
If you want to touch, just put your hand on the top of the water and wait for one to come by.
I have my 2 granddaughters and my 2 grandsons, so there's 4 grandchildren that volunteer with me on Thursday mornings in the summertime, and it's just a lot of fun, and I just enjoy it. It's been about 14 years. I've got about 3,000 hours, and it's just been a lot of fun. And no matter how big the crowd is, it's just a very enjoyable experience.
Yes, that was my wife, Barbara, and I'm a volunteer here also at VBTV, and I've been doing it now for going on to 7 years. I come from a background in both education and radio, and I did radio for many years, and that's why I decided to come here to VBTV to see what I could do to volunteer for the city, because I feel that the City of Virginia Beach does so much for us. Hurricane season doesn't start until June 1st, but it's never too early to start planning. In fact, May 8th is National Animal Disaster Preparedness Day. Access reporter Douglas Denzine brings us a few tips to ensure our pets' safety.
Many beach families are proud pet owners, but in an emergency situation, these family friends can often be overlooked. And that's why the SPCA is trying to raise the consciousness of your pet's security.
They need to have a personal plan, and they need to have a plan for their pets.
Since the devastation of Hurricane Katrina, the Virginia Beach SPCA has pushed for pet preparedness. Through their persistence, a new law requiring pets to be accounted for in a disaster situation has been put in place.
And that law requires that the state, as well as all jurisdictions, all counties, cities, and towns, adopt animals, companion animals, as part of their emergency disaster planning.
But keep in mind, shelters don't accept pets, and the SPCA has limited space, so plan well in advance. Here are a few things to bring with you.
Carrier is absolutely vital. We just chose this carrier, but you need a carrier that fits the needs of the animal that you have. You need identification on the animal. You need the collar. You need the tag. We would also recommend a microchipping.
And don't forget to bring any medicine your pet needs. Clean towels, a first aid kit, and of course, plenty of food and water. With forecasters predicting an active season, it's important you take action now to make sure your pet is just as safe as the rest of your family. Reporting for VBTV, I'm Douglas Denzine.
You can find more information for hurricane and disaster preparedness on vbgov.com. Open up any cookbook and you'll see that it takes more than one ingredient to make a great recipe. And the same holds true for students. It takes a village to raise a child. And as you'll see in this next story, the city, school division, and community come together to create their own recipe for success. Here's Lindy Fay with the story.
Go ahead. Ready? All right, hands got the ball.
Welcome to the Open Gym Project at Bayside Middle School.
This is the recreation program that we have as a collaboration with the churches, the schools, and the city and Department of Recreation. So the students and the families in the Western Bayside area can come out and have fun and have a good time together.
From basketball tournaments to dance competitions, kids from the Bayside area can participate in some good, clean fun every weekend.
This is not a one-night affair. This will continue on throughout the year. We'll have them in Fridays from 6 o'clock to 9:30, and then on Saturdays we come back again from 12 to 4.
The whole community came together to offer this partnership in the hopes of instilling neighborhood pride and mentorships.
To make sure that gangs
no longer become the only viable alternative, that they see some positive things, that they see some positive role models, so they can, move forward with their life and make a difference themselves in their own communities.
I think it's very productive for the kids in the community because it's keeping them off the streets.
The rec program is held at Bayside Middle School and is free and open to the public every Friday night and Saturday afternoon from now until the end of the school year.
The Virginia Beach Schools Education Foundation works to offer learning opportunities for students by offering grant money to teachers who create inspiring learning opportunities. One such opportunity is highlighted in this next video.
Virginia Beach Education Foundation, through donations and public support, provides funding to inspire teachers who innovate exciting learning opportunities for students.
My name is Leslie Law, and I'm the gifted resource teacher here at Jeanne Buck. And I applied for a grant for hands-on equations materials. We've been using hands-on equations here at Jeanne Buck for quite some time, and we've recently set a goal that every student that leaves Jeanne Buck will have had the opportunity to go through all of the hands-on equations levels. Hands-on equations is a way to teach children algebra using manipulatives. And what kid doesn't like to pick up some pieces that look like game pieces and play with them? It starts with a level 1 and goes all the way through level 3. We're actually starting level 1 in 2nd grade and 3rd grade, and we do level 2 in 4th grade, and we work on level 3 in 5th grade. We also have word problems that go along with hands-on equations, so we can align the work that they're doing with some real good problem-solving skills. The kids love it. We walk into the room, we tell them we're doing hands-on equations. We've had them cheer, so it's well received here at Jeanne Buck.
Inspired teachers create lifelong learners. Support a lifelong learner in your community. Visit vbef.org for more information.
You can find out more about opportunities like these and the Education Foundation by logging on to vbef.org. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/eStream. Then find and click on Access Virginia Beach. And for everyone here at VBTV, I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for watching.